power plant of Tel Aviv. You will see the big chimney on the left. Today it is powered by natural gas, less polluting power plant on the left. And also close to us here we have a small airport, the Dove Airport, that is a small airport for internal flights, for local flights. If you are planning to go to Eilat, maybe you catch a flight from the airport here. The name Tel Aviv contains two words, Tel Aviv. Tel means a hill of ruins, an archaeological hill. Aviv means spring. Tel Aviv is the spring of the ruins, the renewing of the old, something that is reviving, the spring of something old. And the name appears in the Bible. It appears in one of the prophecies of Jehezkiel, a prophet that gave prophecies in Babylonia. And also it is the name that was used to translate a book that was written at 1902 by Benjamin Theodor Herzl. Herzl was the first person that had a vision of an independent Jewish state here in Israel. He lived in Europe at the end of the 19th century. He was a writer, a journalist, a lawyer, a man of the bohemian life of Vienna and Paris. Many thought he was hallucinating, others saw him as a prophet. He foresaw the anti-Semitism in Europe, the problems that the Jews will have in Europe. And he started to convince world leaders and the Jewish leaders in the necessity of a modern, independent Jewish state. He wrote a book at 1902 that wrote in German. The book was called Alte Neuland, means an old new land, Alte Neuland. And when the book was translated to Hebrew, the translator gave the name Tel Aviv. The old and the new together, the spring of the ruins. It connected to the prophecy of Jehezkiel from the Bible. And when the pioneers here in Tel Aviv were looking for a name to their new neighborhood, their new town, they chose the name Tel Aviv, fulfilling the new prophecy and the old prophecy. Herzl passed away at 1904. He was young, 44 years old. 44 years later, in 1948, the State of Israel was established. And the north of Tel Aviv, in a few minutes to the north, we will pass next to another city that is called Herzliya, named after Benjamin Theodor Herzl.
Sorry, if I could ask a question about this gentleman's early writings. Did he forecast the Holocaust?
What provoked his, let's say, his ideas, what triggered his activities was the Dreyfus trial in France.
That was French.
There was a French Jewish French officer that was falsely accused in treason. And he was, as a journalist, he covered that trial, and he already then saw the anti-Semitism, and he knew that a disaster is coming. He didn't know exactly what is going to happen, but he wrote that something bad is going to happen if things go in the same way.
Sorry, what was the gentleman's name again?
Benjamin Theodor Herzl.
Benjamin.
When he was essentially, he began his I guess his